Amy Rose, originally nicknamed Rosy the Rascal, is a fictional character in Sega's Sonic the Hedgehog series of video games. She is a pink anthropomorphic hedgehog with a cheerful, competitive personality. Amy is known for her unrequited and obsessive love for the series' main character Sonic. They have saved each other's lives on a number of occasions, however, and are very good friends. During the series' early years, her appearance changed several times. Amy debuted in the Sonic the Hedgehog manga series created by Kenji Terada in 1992. Her first video game appearance was in 1993's Sonic the Hedgehog CD, and she was first playable in 1994's Sonic Drift. Amy has become one of the series' most popular and recognizable characters, appearing in dozens of main series and spin-off titles, several comic book series, the anime Sonic X, and the computer-animated Sonic Boom. She has received a mixed response from critics. Although some found her cute and powerful, others criticized her for her voice acting and personality. She has frequently appeared in Sonic merchandise. Design and characteristics. Conception and visual design. Amy is a 12-year-old, pink-furred anthropomorphic hedgehog girl created by Kenji Terada for the Sonic the Hedgehog manga serial. She debuted in 1992, wearing a dress and with her then orange hair pulled into two ponytails. The character was redesigned the next year for the Sega CD game, Sonic the Hedgehog CD. Like the Sonic CD introduction Metal Sonic, an early grayscale concept sketch shows her very similar to her appearance in the game. Her coloring was red at first, except for a green shirt. The character had two other names in game previews, Rosy the Rascal and Princess Sally. Amy received her present design, with a red dress and boots, in Sonic Adventure. Although the character was redesigned for the Sonic Boom video game and TV series, these are not considered canonical. Matching Sonic Boom Euro's shift in tone, Sonic series newcomer Big Red Button Entertainment wanted her to be a more capable character to stand out from Sonic and offset her frequent placement on game sidelines. She became more agile and graceful, able to perform difficult physical tasks with ease. Personality and abilities. Amy has a cheerful, exuberant, driven, competitive and intuitive personality. She is infatuated with Sonic the Hedgehog and spends much of her time chasing him, making sure he is safe and demonstrating her affection. Although Sonic does not reciprocate her feelings and is annoyed by them, he does not dislike her. Former Sonic team head Eugene Naka said that Amy was designed to always chase Sonic, and it is unlikely that they will ever get married. Like most characters in the Sonic series, Amy can run at superhuman speeds but not as fast as Sonic. She attacks foes with her ever-present signature weapon the Pico Hammer, with which she is very proficient in using. The character also has supernatural skills. Appearances. Video games. In Sonic CD, Amy falls in love with Sonic. She follows him to Never Lake, where Metal Sonic kidnaps her and Sonic must rescue her. When he does, Amy kisses him. Sonic defeats Metal Sonic and Dr. Eggman, and then leaves with her. In Sonic Adventure, after Amy complains about being bored, a bird wearing a Chaos Emerald necklace crashes into her. She keeps the bird safe from E-100 Alpha, one of Eggman's robots. Amy later meets Sonic, and invites him to an amusement park. Alpha reappears, imprisoning Amy and the bird on Eggman's airship the Egg Carrier. Another Eggman robot, E-102 Gamma, orders Amy to give the bird to him. She refuses, asking him why he wants it. He does not know, and changes his mind when she tells him he is missing out on love. E-102 Gamma lets them leave and, touched, Amy becomes his friend before she escapes into the ship's interior. On the deck, Eggman confronts her and grabs the bird's Chaos Emerald. Sonic and Gamma appear, and when Sonic tries to destroy Gamma, Amy defends him. Sonic agrees to spare Gamma, and Amy leaves with Tails. She later sees a photo of the bird and its parents in its necklace. When Amy looks for them in the jungle, she again finds the egg carrier. The bird's parents emerge on the deck. Alpha appears, and injures Amy's bird. Amy destroys Alpha, and waves goodbye to the three departing birds. In Sonic Adventure 2, Amy rescues Sonic from imprisonment and asks him to marry her, but yet again Sonic refuses to. When she looks for Sonic, she finds Shadow the Hedgehog after mistaking him for Sonic. Eggman attacks her with his mecha and Tails defends her. She then spends much of the remaining game searching for Chaos Emeralds with Tails and Knuckles. At the game's climax, Amy pleads with Shadow to help her and the other characters neutralize a catastrophic energy buildup at the Space Colony Ark. She reminds him of Maria Robotnik, his friend on the Ark before her death, and he agrees to help. Amy is a playable character in Sonic Advance, Sonic Advance 2 and Sonic Advance 3, platformers for the Game Boy Advance. With Sonic, Tails, Knuckles and Cream, she frees animals from inside Eggman's robots to keep him from building an empire. Although in Sonic Advance Amy's attacking power was restricted by her inability to spin while jumping, this was changed in the latter two games. She is a playable Team Rose Speed character in Sonic Heroes with Cream the Rabbit and Big the Cat. Worried about Sonic, Amy finds his picture in a newspaper and joins Cream and Big to look for their own friends, Cream for a chow named Chocola and Big for his frog friend Froggy. They travel through several stages before reaching the Egg Fleet, another Eggman aircraft, where they find a mecha piloted by one of his clones. When they defeat it, the clone dissolves into a puddle of liquid out of which rise Chocola, Froggy and Sonic. Amy, Big and Cream help their friends defeat the game's true antagonist, Metal Sonic, who locked Eggman away on his own ship. Amy is a selectable racer in the racing spin-off Sonic Riders, Zero Gravity and Sonic Free Riders. In Sonic Riders, she participates in a racing tournament to keep an eye on Sonic. When Eggman shows up to steal the treasure of Babylon, Amy hops aboard his hovercraft, which flies off into the distance. Sonic arrives at the base where Eggman is holding Amy hostage, using his hoverboard to stir up a dust bowl and recapture her and the treasure. She is uncharacteristically furious at his recklessness for charging at Eggman. In Zero Gravity, Amy shows Sonic a strange item she has found, the Ark of the Cosmos, which the Babylon Rogues' rival gang believes she stole. She disappears from the gang and is later found, helping them find the Ark of the Cosmos with information she overheard from the Rogues. Team Rose returns in Sonic Free Riders. Although the team arrives late at a tournament, they can still register, and Amy is delighted to face Sonic and his team. They later battle other teams, with Amy insulting Vector for his incompetence and obsession with money. Amy has non-playable roles in a number of other game plots. Her attraction to Sonic is useful to Cream and Blaze the Cat in Sonic Rush, since they are also looking for him. In Shadow the Hedgehog, Amy appears at a castle level to ask Shadow to help her find Cream, who has not returned. In the game's final story, unlocked after the player reaches the rest of the endings, Amy admiringly cheers Shadow on. In the 2006 Sonic the Hedgehog game, she mistakes Silver the Hedgehog for Sonic. When he tells her he is looking for someone, she insists on helping him. When Silver attacks Sonic, Amy finds them and blocks Silver's way. He escapes, and Amy yells at Silver. She rescues Elise from confinement. In Sonic Lost World, Amy and Knuckles care for forest animals while Sonic and Tails rescue the animals' friends. The Deadly Six control one of Eggman's machines to drain life from the world. Amy and Knuckles die, but are brought back to life when Sonic and Tails replenish it. Amy appears in cutscenes to flirt with Sonic in other games, including Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Generations and the Nintendo DS version of Sonic Colors. In Sonic Chronicles, The Dark Brotherhood, her playable character pretends to have a boyfriend to make Sonic jealous. Her success depends on player input. In Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic agrees to a date with Amy before he is whisked into the world of King Arthur, with an alternate version of Amy as the Lady of the Lake. She is a playable character in a number of Sonic spin-offs in several genres, including the fighting games Sonic the Fighters and Sonic Battle. The Razors Sonic R and Sonic Drift, and the party title Sonic Shuffle. She is also planned as a playable character in Sonic Boom, a platformer. Amy has also appeared in games outside the series, Sega Superstars titles, including Sega Superstars Tennis and Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. Mario crossovers and as a collectible trophy in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Comics Amy is a major character in the Sonic the Hedgehog manga. She is the girlfriend of protagonist Nikki, whose alter ego is Sonic, and is unaware that they are identical. Antagonist Anton Brook is also attracted to her. He kidnaps her a number of times, forcing Nikki to become Sonic and rescue her. In Sonic Adventures, a 1994 two-issue French comic book published by Cyrano, Dr. Robotnik uses Amy as bait to lure Sonic. When Sonic, Amy and Tails fall into a pit of lava, they are saved by a giant ring which transports them to a different location. In the Sonic the Hedgehog series from Archie Comics, Amy learns about Sonic from folktales in her home kingdom of Mercia. She admires him, and tries several times to join the Freedom Fighters. However, she is rejected because of her age. She sends Sonic fan mail, but Eggman intercepts it and kidnaps her. Sonic rescues her and Tails, and they leave for the city of Mobotropolis. Although Amy continues trying to join the Freedom Fighters, she is still rejected. When she wishes on an ancient artifact to become older, her immature mind gives her away. She helps the group defeating a number of powerful enemies, however, and is admitted after defending a fort from Eggman and his robots. Amy continues to pursue Sonic, seeking out combat training so she can rival his abilities, and continues rescuing friends with the Freedom Fighters from Eggman and other antagonists. She joins Freedom Fighter subsidiaries notably the Team Fighters, which includes supporting characters Antoine Collette and Bunny Rabbit and with whom she rescues Sally and a number of echidnas from Eggman and his army of robots. In the crossover spin-off series Trouble on Two Worlds, Amy battles Dr. Wily and other Mega Man antagonists with Sonic and Mega Man. She was a major character in Sonic the comic during its run from 1993 to 2002. Amy is arrested early by two of Eggman's robots for associating with Sonic when she claims to be his girlfriend. Annoyed, Sonic rescues her and realizes she is a fugitive and must remain with the Freedom Fighters. Amy becomes a valued member, frequently fighting with a bow and arrow. She occasionally saves the day without Sonic, once leading the Freedom Fighters in his absence. Unlike most other Sonic media, Amy's love for Sonic in Sonic the comic is shallow. Animation Amy is also a major character in the 2003-2006 anime series Sonic X. Attacking one of Eggman's machines, Sonic triggers Chaos Control and sends him, Amy, Tails and other characters from their world to Earth. On Earth, they befriend a human boy, Chris Thorndike, and his family and friends. Amy particularly likes his maid, Ella, who teaches her to cook. She frequently tries to woo Sonic and his discomfort angers her. In one episode Amy makes a seashell bracelet, which Sonic graciously accepts. Shortly afterward he saves her from drowning, and she returns the favor when one of Eggman's robots holds him underwater. Sonic also rescues Amy from Eggman's creations on other occasions. She sometimes flares up at Sonic, attacking him when she realizes that he has tricked her into acting insane. The second season opens with arcs based on Adventure and Adventure 2, where Amy reprises her role in the games. During the first and second seasons Amy and her friend Sayuro, often without Sonic, are frequently together, capturing Chaos Emeralds from Dr. Eggman and adjusting to their celebrity status on Earth. The series moves to outer space for Season 3, when the animal characters return to their world. Early in the series she and Cream befriend a plant-like creature, Cosmo the Cerebrian, and they are frequently together. Sonic is kidnapped by the Meterex, plant-based robots, and Amy destroys one to rescue Sonic from drowning again. She continues her adventures with the gang, looking for scattered Chaos Emeralds and defeating Meterex. In one episode Amy nearly wins Sonic's heart with an alien race's love magic, but Tails and Cosmo trigger the magic before Sonic arrives. While their existing affection for each other increases, Amy yells at them. During the show's climax, Amy jumps to save Sonic from the Meteor X's watery planet. She is knocked unconscious by the impact, but Chris saves them both. Cosmo fuses with the planet, forcing Tails to destroy her to save the galaxy, and Amy, Cream and Tails sob in despair as the other characters solemnly watch. Amy and Cream later bring Tails some snacks to cheer him up. Amy Rose is also one of the 5 main characters in the CGI series Sonic Boom, along with Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and the new character Styx, the latter of whom she is best friends with. Her personality has been changed into a stronger, more independent role, being a natural-born leader and the backbone of the team. Her romantic feelings towards Sonic are kept intact, with a notable change being that she actively keeps her crush on him a secret, even from Sonic himself. Reception and impact: Amy has received a mixed response from critics. Jeff Tozai of the Huffington Post expressed an interest in more Amy Rose from the Sonic series in an article critical of the series' overall direction. IGN's Lucas M. Thomas wrote, "One of the coolest things about Amy is her enormous, walloping hammer, and hoped she would be a playable character in Super Smash Bros. Brawl." Although Amy was described as cute by Alex Hutalo of Computer and Video Games and the staff of Sega Saturn magazine, Jem Roberts of the British official Dreamcast magazine called her a little pink dog type thing. The character's personality has been described as annoying. Thomas East of official Nintendo magazine called her his 3rd least favorite Sonic character, saying she really isn't an interesting character, and is annoying. Ranking Amy 3rd lowest on a similar list, Jim Sterling of Games Radar simply wrote, "Total bitch." On the same website, Justin Towle called her a whiny, annoying brat in Sonic Adventure. Patrick Farron of What Culture called her one of gaming's most irritating females, criticizing the way she contacts Sonic seemingly just to bag him. Jem Roberts called Amy kind-hearted, but intolerably whiny. The character's voice has been criticized since Cindy Robinson took over the role, with Rogers and Farron comparing it to Minnie Mouse's. Towle and Mean Machines expressed general displeasure at her introduction in Sonic CD. The developers' treatment of Amy as a female character and its implications for gender representation in video games have also been questioned. The Electronic Gaming Monthly staff found her pink coloring and tendency to run from danger to be stereotypical and common in Japanese-created female characters. The character has been used in Sonic merchandise, with a 2010 toy line reflecting her Sonic CD design instead of her modern one. Exemplifying the culture of the decade, Amy and Sonic appeared in The Simpsons episode That 90s Show on a billboard promoting abstinence. Sonic proposes to Amy with the caption, "Sonic the Hedgehog says wait until marriage." See also: Gender representation in video games, Princess Peach, Princess Zelda. References. External links: Sonic Central official character profiles, Amy Rose at the Internet Movie Database.